Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the Nexus Gaming Series. Division C East, Cael'Thas can't spell on the left-hand side with Crushinator on the Tychus. The Dwarf will be on this May. We've got Ulysses on the Hogger. This will be Eric.
The battle begins.
Nope. I'm just going to go with Cleric is going to be on the Brightwing and Cavalier going to be on the Sylvanas. For the right-hand side, we are going to be seeing the members of House of Chez. We've got Mariners, I believe, or Mariners is going to be on the ETC. Flash will be on that Vala. The Dude is going to be playing Li Ming. Caribou will be on the Ariel. And over in the bottom lane, we have got a Chez mix playing the Joanna. It's Eric Elric. Thank you so much. I saw Eric and I was like, but is it Eric? Okay, no, I see. It's Erica. Okay, thank you so much. Not showing draft. I mean, what do you want me to do? Hey, Stark, good morning. Jay Shaw, good morning as well. What do you want? What it was showing draft? What draft is it? Here's the draft, everybody. Nice snowblind into the, or snowball into the bush right there just to catch if anyone was waiting for the rotation from the members of Cael'Thas Can't Spell. Hogger gonna go up into the top lane up against the Sylvanas. I'm just also skimming level 1s as well to see if I see anything out of the ordinary. Caltrops for the Vala, so I believe it's auto attack based build for her as well. And then you can go into like the vault into people's faces sort of build. It's a very aggressive Vala build, if I'm not mistaken. Auto attack heavy indeed, which might be countered by the Maze Blind with the Snowball. That won't be bad whatsoever. Just trying to look through the drafts right now and see if anything super pops up to me. Obviously, we're seeing this double tank from the Joanna and the ETC. But I don't think it's bad by any means. ETC can be played in the global factor in this, so I'm expecting this to be a stage dive ETC, probably like a Bless Shield from the Joanna to play off the Rain of Vengeance of the Vala. We could see Strafe. Auto attack damage from Strafe is useful, but as I mentioned beforehand, there is that May to counteract a lot of the auto attack damage with that Snowball. What is the actual, I don't know off the top of my head, what is the duration of that blind from May? Can you, oh, right, I have to push the correct buttons for these things. They're blinded for 1.75 seconds. I actually don't know how long Strafe is, but I would say that probably counteracts a decent portion of Strafe. I would assume it's like somewhere in the 3 to 4 seconds for Strafe. Yeah, draft shown. There we go. I did it. What rank is this division? Exclamation point NGS MMR. That'll give you the MMRs for each division, which is an average of the team members. So it's the average of all the team members is what that is. There you go. Thank you so much, Stark. 4 up on both sides. We are going to be seeing the oh my god, repeated offense from the Ariel to be able to build up the damage from that. She actually baseline gets the 30%, excuse me, 25% range increase on the knockback, which allows you to, well, displace enemies a lot better, but also get that wall stun easier. One more stack, Vala, please. Can I get one more stack for you so we can make a meme? A joke? Tychus did go in the rhythm at level 4. Didn't pick up any stacks on that just yet, but we'll be able to build out the duration of that minigun. And Vala has 71. I didn't even see it. All right, well, meme's over. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, we do have Hogger just dealing with this Siege Giant camp as best they can. I was actually playing a little bit of Hogger yesterday. When I took some time off, I was like, you know, I'm just going to play some Hogger and turn off my brain and watch some anime. And I was having a blast. Obviously, it's AI, but I was mostly just running around grabbing camps because I wanted to work on how you get those angles for camps. It was really, God, it's so satisfying to be able to destroy a camp so quickly as Hogger. If you get the bounce right. If you get the bounce wrong, it's so awkward because you're just like, well, I guess I'll just wait 12 seconds or so. Dwarf is trying to back off right. Nice Detainment strike out from Caribou. I absolutely loved that knock into the wall, and that will be first objective over to the side of House of Chez. Meanwhile, Ulysses in bottom lane is going to continue to push this out, trying to open up a gap in experience, even though their May did go down through structural and also through minion experience. Structural experience won't be super high, but the minion experience does really start an offset later on into the game. Meanwhile, up in top lane, Cavalier and Eric are doing a great job of just pushing back this enemy team. They are losing structures between these two players on the side of Cael'Thas Can't Spell, but it's still mitigating a lot of siege that could have been way worse, opening up that front gate a lot faster. So the stall working out very well. I am watching Cael'Thas, though, meander his way down to this bottom lane into Chez, who's going to get knocked in the wall by Ulysses. This is great. Unfortunately, Cael'Thas is going to do pretty much no damage. The Iron Skin was popped, as well as the blind, that shield glare from Chez. Crushinator not getting much value right there, but still force back the Joanna, and also force her to pop the Iron Skin, so that will be down for a few more seconds, getting into this second objective phase of the game. That Crush is going to try and immediately grab Shield Glare from Chesmix, will stall it out. The Dwarf coming in, may be able to zone back the enemy team as Chesmix gets a heal out from Caribou. The dude coming in as well, just stepping into the enemy team, just taking so much damage. Nice Hog Wild out from Hogger, going to run down the Li Ming, and that will be a kill from the side of Cael'Thas Can't Spell, as Cavalier goes for the channel. Crush and friends looking to zone and eventually getting back into lane. The relevant part, what anime? My Hero Academia. I have chosen to watch all of that, so I'm almost through season 2. It's actually been really, really fun. Keck, wait, why? Why? I've heard so much about it, so I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna watch it. Judge my anime choices. Look, I watched Food Wars, and I don't feel ashamed about that. Just watching Crushinator grab this camp really quickly while I am able to drink a little bit more of my tea. And during this time, let's go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, because we haven't had a chance to look at them just yet in this game number 1 in our first best of 3 of the morning. Eric is just 1v1ing ETC, but here's the expectation. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the reason we're seeing ETC match Brightwing. They both, I would say Brightwing probably has better wave clear than ETC, but ETC does have that stage dive, or at least I would expect them to take it, even though ETC is leaving the lane, which is unfortunate. I thought ETC would stay. They would have found 10s through that top lane, but maybe there's a setup into the Dwarf now. Just a power slide to put some aggression into the enemy's side. Camp is coming through mid. Cael'Thas now coming back into bottom. Shield Glare, Iron Skin. So Iron Skin's down, but it's what, 25 seconds or so for Chesmix? Not that bad of a deal. Actually, it's going to be Mosh Pit ETC, and Mosh Pit goes off. Wow. So even I was baited. I think that was exactly the bait that they were going for, but will it work out in the future? Will this be enough to actually get some value in the future dives, I guess, because now the enemy team, the members of Cael'Thas Can't Spell, know that there's going to be that mosh pit. I don't think Brightwing was expecting that. I think Brightwing was expecting it to be stage dive to match the global value, but this will be a matched fort through the top lane for House of Chez and a fort through bottom lane for the members of Cael'Thas Can't Spell, as Hogger just clears out the mid lane as quickly as they possibly can. Nice use of the loot stash right there, a little too far. What I kept doing with Hogger yesterday when I was playing is I kept right clicking to stop, and I forget that you have to mash E. Well, not mash, but you have to hit E to stop. Both teams going to trade out bosses as the next objective phase is up. This is potential curse for the side of Cael'Thas Can't Spell, and they're taking way too long on this boss right now. I think they're giving this over, which is a little bit of a risk in my opinion. Unless Hogger delays 1v5, this is given. And the big thing to note too is this is the Dwarf's vision. They know. The side of Cael'Thas Can't Spell knows that this is a capture or a collection already happening out for the side of House of Chez. But it'll be bosses traded out for lanes that don't have forts. Curse objective is up and available here in like 45, 60 seconds or so. Nice Hog Wild over this camp right now. Invade will be coming through, but it's going to be a touch too late. Flash comes in though. Nice vault forward. Great double rain of vengeance, and Ulysses is going to get shut down. They may have gotten the camp, but they get destroyed, and that will be more experience. I think that's more experience from the kill, yeah, than the actual mercenary camp itself. Boss and bottom is being dealt with by an ETC, so it's taking a little bit of time. Top lane is already gone and did not get much siege damage for the side of House of Chez. That's really true to Stark, yeah. It really comes down to the team. I mean, we're in grassroots. This is grassroots games too as well. So scrims practicing, it's different for every team. Playstyle is different for every team. I mean, some teams just want to play micro and just play micro. And as Stark was saying, they'll just ban out the one macro map that they're most weak on. It's definitely a playstyle thing. Some teams just can't, they can't practice it. They either don't practice it, they don't want to practice it, or it's just something they don't want to play, period. Chesmic's going to step in right now. Ice Wall coming out. Just going to zone back the enemy team. Commandeer Odin, Wailing Arrow. ETC power slides in. Mosh Pit will connect onto this Tychus as there's going to be a bit of a... There's a phase shift in from the Brightwing as well. ETC does go down, traded out for the Sylvanas as Flash is getting very low on this Vala. Crushinator actually dashing forward, finds the kill into the Vala. ETC goes down to that Sylvanas. Actually, excuse me, no, that was the trade out earlier. Caribou's the one who's getting very low right now on the RL. She goes down as well. Crystal Aegis was the heroic for the side of House of Chez, so no revive or the resurrect for Ariel on herself. And this is Curse in favor for the side of Cael'Thas can't spell. 3 dead on the opposing side, only Sylvanas dead for a moment on the side of our blue team. And can this be a keep through bottom? As I mentioned, death timers are really low for both sides, and so Hogger's going to split into mid. Top lane's got a great wave, but there's no one up there to catch the soak. ETC can actually push that back. Hogger gonna have a great wave through mid, so this will be the mid lane fort going down. Sylvanas on her way through bottom, but this is feeling like a lot of time spent on a keep that won't go down. Maybe go for the double fort, and I think that's exactly gonna be the play. Maybe even just open up mid lane. ETC does save, I was gonna say does save top lane, but ETC, as I said, does not have the best wave clear, and so top lane goes down for free in favor for the side of Cael'Thas can't spell. Not even needing to rotate up. I was actually expecting that for the for our blue side, but no. Great staggering blow. Chesmix does get locked in underneath this keep, and since there's the curse still active, there's no Vala's burst damage into Elric right there. But my point was, since the curse was up and available, they could dive underneath the tower on the side of Cael'Thas can't spell. ETC coming in. This is pre-16, but it's like a sliver pre-16 for the side of Cael'Thas can't spell. As House of Chez is chasing into this still. I'm waiting for the turn. I'm waiting for when House of Chez steps too far into lane and Cael'Thas can't spell, goes, all right, this is us. And no, they don't go for it. That's actually, honest to God, that's usually when an enemy team steps way too far in a chase, that far out as they did, into the enemy side, that's where I would expect the counter or the turn to happen. But right now, the chase continues out. Grenade actually anti-synergizing with that Blizzard. Li Ming, the dude, dropping in damage from afar, able to just chunk into Crushinator. Here's the thing, though. The dude's kind of helping out with this camp a little bit, as the Dwarf will be able to anchor on the point and get the camp for mid lane. So also watching bottom lane. I was just watching Vala clear things out down there. I just want to see what are catapults doing down here. 190, so just under 300 to structures. Is Crush commentating and playing? No. I'm honored that I sound anything like Crush. I wanted armor into their parade of stuns. I mean... But... That's not meta. No, just kidding. Oh, I see. Sorry. Misread the word. This is what happens when you glance at Twitch chat and then assume that you know what you read. Bosses will be up in a few seconds on both sides, actually already up in the top right of our map. We did see that keep in mid lane go down. Our next objective will be spawning soon in the top right of the map as well. So this is actually advantageous for the side of House of Chez to grab the boss and then posture for objective, because it actually should time out just right for our red team. Unfortunately, though, they're taking a little too long on this. There could be an invade. There's a possibility for an invade. I want to jump onto the blue vision really quickly. They haven't seen the enemy team for a long time. I think the assumption would be that they're on that boss. Do they rotate through the minion wave or through these sidewalls that is noticeable? Some danger pings are coming out as ETC does sit on the point. The boss does get shredded quick enough, and Dwarf is not in quick enough. Wow, that was actually really well played from the side of House of Chez, the way that they were able to anchor on that point and just zone or at least catch the vision of the enemy team. I somehow managed to catch Ariel's circle of her range, essentially, for the hat. Well, it disappeared now, but we had it for a few seconds there. Flash getting dove on right now. Wailing Arrow. Crystal Aegis is used. Mosh pit onto the back line. Does catch the Brightwing as they did face shifted, and Flash turns things around with a multi-rain of vengeance. Is getting that burst healing from Caribou as the Sylvanas does go down this team fight. So does the Brightwing and the Tychus. Follow that up with a Hogger. May's the only one left alive. The Dwarf gets shredded. Boss in top lane is still pushing out. Curse is up and available, if I'm not mistaken, right? No, it was grabbed. Oh, I see, it was grabbed. Okay, never mind. I thought it was still up and available. Vala is actually going to go clear things out through the bottom lane. I was thinking this might be game ending. It's possible, but I just don't know. The death timers are long, but they're not. Are they long enough? There's just a really slow rotation. I mean, Vala's still clearing things out through mid lane. Li Ming's your main source of damage on core.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Hey, Von Cruz, what's up? Core will go down, though. I did not consider the fact that Boss is going to shred as quickly as it did, so that'll be game number 1 over to the side of House of Chez. They turn things around in mid lane. GG, well played. Yeah, I was underestimating the value of that Boss late game. I didn't think it was that late of a game. All right, so some talents. Great mosh. The moshes seriously were really on point. The mosh value into the Brightwing was just so good. It was honestly so good. It shut down those phase shifts so very well. And Flash's Vala was really good. I mean, the double rain of vengeance in between the autos as well as the multi-shots, it was really well. I'm assuming Flash knows how to cue their abilities, or they're just really mechanically savvy, like, or they're able to hit R, Q, you know, auto, because they were weaving. That's the word I was looking for. They were weaving autos in between everything, which is not an easy thing to do. So Flash, in my opinion, is definitely one of those high tier players from that team. Overall, well played from both sides. Let's go ahead and farm more uptime. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna go ahead and get into game number 2 here, everybody. Let's see the team score on the right side. Oda sub and NGS. Wait, what? Wait, wait, Oda, you sub in NGS? What team? Oh, there it is. Oh, we're giving her. Oh, okay. Oh, it's like when people come in here and say happy birthday to me. Got it. Got it. My birthday's in December, so please no. Nope. Oh. Big 40? Wait, no, I'm not turning 40. December what? Oh, you're the 5th? I'm December 16th. What day is that this year? What day of the week is that this year? Also, happy earlier birthday, Slayhots. How you doing, bud? Happy December birthday, friend. Let's see. My birthday's on a 16th this year. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. I can take the 17th off. And party. Xmas is on a Saturday this year? I actually have to go back to Michigan this year for, not have to, but I will be going back to Michigan. I go back to Michigan every year for Christmas because it's my dad's birthday. Literally, it's Christmas Day is his birthday. And then we usually do Christmas Eve stuff with our adoptive family. So it looks like I'll probably, that's going to be a short trip for me. I'll probably fly in on like Tuesday and fly out on Monday or something like that. It's hard, not that it's hard for me to be in Michigan, it's hard for me to be there because all my work stuff is here. Unless I had a laptop that I can't stream or anything. I can't, like, when I go to Michigan, I just can't do anything. Which is maybe smart, maybe I should relax for once, but I don't know. I should also make a command for, hold on one second. I just looked over. I saw the Baja Ross thing for July. I should also make a command for the Baja Ross we just did. Let's see. Copy link. There we go. And then we'll just go to... We're going to get into game 2 in just a second. It's nice to take a minute or two in between games just to chill out for a second. Not giveaways, commands. We don't have any giveaways. Commands. It is Baja Ross. Edit this. Michigan doesn't have internet. I know, right? All right, cool. There you go. That's our last Baja Ross we did. When Baja Hot Tub? Hey Jay, what's up, bud? Baja Hot Tub is when we hit 1,000 subs. That was the deal. That was the deal. Let's get into a game, everybody. Let's get into a game. Welcome back into Division C East. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Can't Spell Cael'Thas. Cavalier will be on the Cael'Thas. Crushinator is going to be on the Hanzo. Eric Alric will be on the Brightwing. Ulysses on the Hogger, and the Dwarf will be playing the Varian. For the right-hand side, we have the members of House of Chez. Mariners is going to be on the Tychus. Flash will be on the Garrosh. We've got Chesmix on that May. Caribou is going to be playing the Anduin, and the Dude will be on the Jaina. Body check Garrosh to get right into things. That's the one thing I like. There's always that slight hesitation for me as we get into a game and I'm just like skimming talents. I'm like, what is there? Body check Garrosh, really good. So it's going to be you'll be able to mitigate the... Not completely. You'll be able to mitigate 30% of the phase shift from Brightwing. And since it's such a telegraphed ability, it's really, really good just to be able to shut that down. I love body check adaptations from Garrosh's. I think it's so good. I don't think that you always have to go into the Warbreaker at level 1 to be able to just get the slow and the damage over time on it. Or excuse me, as well as the cooldown reduction. Flash trying to chase out into the Dwarf, but doesn't, excuse me, find the toss they're looking for. Hogger gonna hog wild in bottom lane. I love doing this. Chesmix, bud, you're ranged. Chesmix, you're ranged, bud. Why? Okay. He's just so stupid. Piano Garrosh coming. Baja 1 Kane sub sounds like fans 50 million dings for Probius game. Sure. Bruiser Garrosh is so much fun. Oh, I'd agree with you, absolutely. I don't know what chat's on about, but thanks for hanging out, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, chat. It's cute chat this morning. It's cute chat. Everyone's coming by for some of these NGS games, and I really do appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. We're feeling a lot better today. Second round of the vaccine, it kicked my ass, I'll be honest. It like, the first 10 hours, massively bad arm pains. Probably the next, like, I wouldn't say 20 hours, maybe like 12 to 16. Whew, that was rough. It was really bad chills. Really bad chills. That was it. That was about it for me. A little bit of headache as well. But chills, like chills that were just absolutely just unbearable. Anyways, Flash gonna get a toss onto the Dwarf. A Dwarf is gonna come back with a wonderful taunt. Is there alliance? Is there anything? The Flash is gonna be able to get away on Garrosh. I also want to point out, the Flash was playing Vala in the last game and is now playing Garrosh in this game, where we have the ETC was this Tychus from the last game. So it's some role swaps coming out from the side of House of Chez, a little, not a little bit, but I would say very adaptable players on their teams. Though it seems like that was actually a really good pull on the sappers from, I was gonna say slappers, on the sappers, so that way Cael'Thas was able to get the channel. So first seed will go over to the side of Cael'Thas Can't Spell. Crush though getting chunked by this Tychus right now, and that is it's no matter what, it will always catch me. It always still catches me off guard. How much Tychus can actually shred into you at points. Taunt onto this Tychus from the Dwarf, who's just trying to get out of this engagement. And Tychus with the overpower, you can actually hear that little grunting yell from him. Not able to get a kill into the Dwarf, who was doing their best just to get a little bit of healing over time from, I think, their well that they did tap. Flash comes in trying to toss a minion or something. Doesn't end up working out. Anduin and team are able to back off. Meanwhile, Hogger gonna hog wild through the bottom lane. Doesn't go through that gate right there. I thought they were about to. Ulysses, you're in a real rough spot. Is able to sidestep the Blizzard. Blind comes through, which means there's slows. Auto attacks are there, but it's not enough, and Ulysses is able to hog wild out of the engagement. Which vaccine did you get? I did get the Moderna. My first round of Moderna was absolutely fine. Just arm pain. And I had like a migraine one morning that some Advil took care of. Like 2 Advil took care of it. But other than that, first shot was fine. Second shot, I would say 24 to 36 hours are rough. Whether it be arm pain or chills and stuff. It was like the arm pain on the day of was pretty bad. Like getting a sweater on and off, like a zip up hoodie or anything where I had to lift my arm at all was just absolute pain. As I said to my friend, I was very T-Rex for like about 24 hours. Very limited movement with that left arm. But that's not the case for this Cael'Thas right now. He's got full movement of his arms, and he's able to get that kill onto this Mei as Mariners. Oh my god, the chunking from Crush. Not enough damage, though, to find the kill onto Tychus. As Garrosh comes through, the dude trying to dump in some damage on this Jaina, but this Jaina has no mana, so this is a 1v3 from the Garrosh. A little bit of help from Caribou with that, not Flash Heal. From the Divine Star. There we go. Yeah, B-Rex, yes. Still better than fighting for your life on support machine. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I told my dad on the phone yesterday, I was like, I was telling him about all the pains and symptoms and stuff, and he was just like, man, I feel bad for you, because like when he got it, he had no problems. My mom, when she got it, she had pretty much the same issues as me, and he was just like, I feel bad for you, and I was like, at the same time, like I feel bad, but this is also good. Like it means my body's responding properly. It means that it's working, and it means I'm one step closer to doing things like going to LAN events and seeing friends and traveling. So. I'll take that 24 hours of absolute shit for comfortability, not to have to worry about that kind of stuff. Either way, let's talk about game. Let's talk about game. We also need to cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, as it is going to be 10 talent here already on the left-hand side, and we're seeing Shockwave from the Hogger. I was fiddling around with this last night, and as I said, I was fiddling around with in AI just to make my brain be able to not have to focus too hard. And so it's one thing against AI, but I absolutely had so much fun with the Shockwave. There's a lot of really cool combination opportunities, especially with Burst Assassins. You can especially just set up some Burst Assassins really, really well. It's just that it's a bit of a harder... It's a bit of a harder heroic to hit, and I think it actually has a longer cooldown than Hortipult, which Hortipult allows you to have more control for a team fight. So realistically, it depends on the composition, and since we have more dive burst, I would say, from the side of Cael'Thas can't spell, the Shockwave actually works out pretty well, so that way you have one sort of setup into... So you have one sort of stun into like a Varian Taunt, into a Cael'Thas Arrow, into a Gravity Lapse from the Cael'Thas, you have Polymorph from the Brightwing. There's a lot of just... punch follow-up. It's not like a 1-2 punch. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, many a punches. There's going to be a massive arrow from Cael'Thas. Flash so very low, gets out with a sliver of health. Crush is not able to find that last auto with the Stormbow. And once again, Flash walks away. It also is going to be... It also is going to be Decimate Garrosh. Helicopter go Burr. I guess Garrosh go Burr, more or less. Deal 74 damage to nearby enemies and slow them by 40%. I wonder, does that stack? Does slow stack? I forget. Or no, does it just take the higher of the two? So you couldn't essentially do 75% slow, right? You couldn't body check them and decimate them, right? I don't think so. I think it's like armor, like it just takes the higher of the two. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, Crush. That's what I thought. I know that they did that with the armor stacking, like it takes the higher of whichever, so you can't get like a 90-something armor Tychus main tank anymore. If anyone remembers the few months that we actually had main tank Tychus, it was run by a few high-tier teams, but not many. Toss goes out onto Cavalier. Light Bomb out onto this Garrosh as well. The Cael'Thas is going to get shredded. Decimate Garrosh coming out as well. Those slows is making the Dwarf difficult to disengage, and the Draken Laser Drill. Nice bounce from Hogger. It actually worked out pretty well to avoid that Draken Laser Drill. If Hogger kept going, Underneath this, that Dragon Laser Drill would have shredded, and the enemy team would have definitely been able to find a kill into that Hogger. But in the end, it will be a double kill for the side of our red team. House of Chez picks up those kills, and they'll be able to pick up themselves that camp for bottom lane. This is going to confirm well, but since it's not like the Bruiser camp or the Siege Giant camp, it's not going to just finish out like an entire fort for free. Hogger doing the Hog Wild thing. Going to be able to steal that camp away for the top lane. And also, look at this massive wave through top. This is awesome for the side of Cael'Thas can't spell. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Crushinator is forced to deal with this camp through bottom as it did get the well, as I mentioned. Seed is up and available. And I also want to mention this. Much like Cursed Hollow, Garden of Terror, the Seed does provide global vision. You can see Dwarf is anchoring these sappers to the side so Cavalier can get the channel. Do this in your games, chat. Do this in your games. It ain't hard. If you see someone who's trying to channel, pull those sappers away. If you see that someone's pulling the sappers away, start channeling. Don't fight the sappers. I can't tell you how many times I see that, and I'm just like, why? 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 Stop. Just channel or do the opposite. Anyways. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's minimal things like that give you the upper hand in these games. Because if you sit there and you clear out all four, then you go for the channel, gives the enemy team an opportunity to rotate into you. Because as I was pointing out, that vision is global. So if the enemy team sees that you're not channeling and clearing it all out, they can go, "Ooh, cool! We can rotate, kill you all, and then channel it for free." As that's going to be a free kill in bottom lane for the side of Cael'Thas can't spell into the Tychus. There will be a sidestepped Ring of Frost. Ulysses taking a lot of damage, drops the shockwave out as a huge avalanche caught 3 of these blue members, pushing them underneath the keep. Crush going for, that's not your Hall of Storm, bud. You can't go in there. Crush is going to sacrifice themselves so that the other few members can get away. So essentially what they were doing is they were splitting. Instead of running towards the enemy team and getting killed faster, they ran away from the enemy team underneath their keep or core, allowing the enemy team to, or forcing the enemy team to chase into that, allowing Eric and the dwarf to back off. But that was a little cheeky, a little too much of a play as they tried to back off and grab the channel on the Seed real quick. Won't work out. The Flash has those decimates, and Chesmix gets the channel. This will be 1 seed up on both sides. Brightwing to clear out mid lane. Remember when Uther's 7 was broken and you could get 75 armor? Oh, great. Great leap of faith onto Flash. I don't think Flash would have died, but it still is just good timing, good not adaptation. Good read from the Anduin player. Sorry, it's still 8 a.m. for us. We're still waking up. The T's got to kick in. Chesmix gets hit with a gravity lapse. Crush gonna throw out some damage as well. Dwarf coming in with a taunt onto Chez, who's getting shredded. Phase shift comes in. Great arrow out from Crush. Will confirm the kill onto the, or at least set up the kill into this Mei right now, as another Seed will spawn. Ring of Frost dropped behind, but the dude is not able to catch anyone with that. Gravity lapse will connect onto this Garrosh, but the Draken Laser Drill deters the enemy members from stepping further forward. At least it deters Cavalier from stepping forward into this enemy side. 10 seconds on the Seed, 16 on Mei's respawn. I would assume that the side of Cael'Thas can't spell backs off, grabs this objective. And that'll be the case. Once again, let's look at our red team vision. So they know they counted maybe 1, 2, 3 at least over on this camp. Augur was showing through mid. And it's pretty even when it comes to our experience. A little bit more so in favor for the side of Cael'Thas can't spell, as they will be able to find that 16 first. Augur. Okay. Oh, I guess they were setting up to get some bounces into lane. I'm not sure. I saw the Jaina, and I wonder if like Augur was looking for like the way that they were trying to flank set up into everything, so Jaina would be cut off in the rotation. But Jaina just started Hearthing, so it's no big deal. Meanwhile, mid lane, Brightwing gets caught out. Decimate's gonna be there. There's nothing to blink to, and Brightwing goes down. If the minion wave was a touch closer, Brightwing would have been able to blink to that to escape. Unfortunately, not the case. And we're 16 up on both sides with that kill into Brightwing. Well played from the side of House of Chez, tapping onto this camp, but looking for the chase onto Augur, who has to hog wild away. Tychus through mid lane, gonna rotate in, gonna catch one more wave through mid, it looks like. Does have that overpower, as I mentioned, so they'll be easily able to clear that out. Hey, Kakarot, what's up, bud? You're up early today, but I am. Thank you, Jimmy. I got a lot of sleep, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna start stream early. I've also got meetings in the afternoon. I've got a meeting at noon, and then I've got another one later on in the day, so I'm just like, you know what, I'll stream in the morning, and I'll work in the afternoon, so that's the game plan. It's just esports stuff. That's all it is. I'm waiting to see if an engagement's gonna happen here. I'm waiting for it. Oh, Flash should have seen, or yeah, the dwarf should have seen Flash and everything through that, but I don't know if the bush check. Oh wow, the phase shift comes in just in time, even though there was going to be that body check. Huge avalanche out from the Mei, doesn't connect onto anyone. Garrosh and the Jaina do go down. Chesmix gonna get shredded right now through this bottom lane engagement. Maybe not, actually. Has the icing to get away. A nice leap of faith from Caribou. Draken Laser Drill comes out, and that's actually just a double kill in the end for the side of Cael'Thas can't spell. No other kills to be found. I don't think Crush has any sort of CC to be able to chase into this any further. Blizzard does come out. Tychus coming down here. Crush maybe chasing a little too far forward. Is going to get shredded by the Tychus. Actually, Crush taking the long rotation away. Should have the agility. Actually, Blink Heal from Brightwing will be in range. Now the Tychus is the one who's in trouble, and they end up going down to the Brightwing. This looks like it will be seed up and available, and potential Garden Terror for one of these teams. It's 2 up on both sides. 5 seconds on this objective phase. I don't know if this keep is worthwhile here. I think the seed might be more worth it. Phase shift from the Brightwing onto Ulysses. Flash coming in. This is looking reminiscent of the last game, chat. A little too much of an overextension in a lane, and it won't be the case, though. Members of Cael'Thas can't spell, reminiscing from game number 1. So they're like, all right, let's back off and grab that seed, clear out mid lane, get ourselves a Garden Terror. But Mei is going to rotate in on this. Doesn't want that seed to freely go over to the enemy side. Or do they? I'm going to stay on this vision really quickly. Hogger's the only one over here, so maybe they realize that. He's going for the channel. They're going to give this over. Okay. All right. That's a little surprising to me. I thought the rotation was there. They could have made that in time on the side of House of Chez. Not the case. Huge arrow from Crushinator right there. Great shockwave as well. The Ring of Frost comes out, and some of the members of Cael'Thas can't spell getting a little low, but gonna get healed right back up actually by Brightwing. Garden Terror through top lane, pushing onto a keep. Bottom lane to be doing the exact same thing. At the opposing side vision, you can actually see they know that Garrosh and Tychus are down here, so this will be Crushinator and friends pushing onto the top lane keep, maybe going for core. That posturing from the Dwarf and Ulysses shows me that they want to end game here and go to game number 3. Can they do it? Can the members of Cael'Thas can't spell do this right here? Garden Terror very healthy through the top lane. Bottom lane already cleared out. That's going to be a seed, a root onto Ulysses. Hogger goes down. The core is going to take a bit of damage onto the shielding. Soothing Mist out from Eric. Cavalier getting chunked right now is blinded, slowed, pops their arcane barrier, but that'll be Cael'Thas going down. A double kill over to the side of House of Chez, who will actually keep their keep up in bottom lane, only lose the top lane keep, and some shielding on core. Extremely well defended by the side of our red team in all of this. I'm super excited for the Icebreaker tournament. I am excited as well. Wait, aren't you working right now? What do you mean? As in, like, casting? I mean, I guess that's work. As in, like a full-time job? No, I don't have a full-time job. I used to be an engineer, and then I left that job so we can do streaming pretty much full-time. Streaming and casting. How are you supposed to pronounce the Hogger name tag? Ulysses? Ulysses, right? Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Because, like, there's boats named after that. And I think that's the only reason why I know how to pronounce it, is because I feel like I've seen boats named... I feel like I've seen, like, the USS Ulysses or something like that. Or I've seen Ulysses in other things, like comic books and stuff. I don't know. It's one of those... I look at it and I'm just like, yeah, it's so weird, chat. Like, I can mispronounce the most simple names, like Eric Elric. But I look at things like Ulysses and I'm like, got it, easy, no problem. I don't know. That's just my brain. Anyways, all right, 20 talent here is literally a sliver away on the right-hand side. I would show you APM, but we literally just got to this level 20s. Ooh, upgrade, Deadly Calm for the Garrosh. Heroes hit by Decimate deal 40% less damage for 3 seconds. That's a wonderful upgrade onto that 20 talent tier. Could have seen the upgrade on Body Check as well, but no. Anyways. slowly having a bit of back and forth over this. Draken Laser Drill comes out from the Tychus, which I don't know what the upgrade is going to be. Either way, that's going to be a Ring of Frost that connects onto a few members from the Jaina with a center Cold Snap onto the Cael'Thas. No one ever goes for this, but it actually catches the Cael'Thas. No control from the Hogger, going to try and turn the team fight around, but it's not working out. Ulysses trying to find the kill here, but the Draken Laser Drill is a little too much, and that will be all 5 members of the blue team, going down. Cael'Thas can't spell, loses out the fight, loses out the objective phase. But here's the thing. Objective goes up as far as your minion wave. And this top lane, going to be pretty far back. Mid lane, kind of far back. Now, the only difference is that the Garden Terror does not slowly lose health over time, much like the Web Weaver. The reason you're seeing the health bars drop down is because, well, there's minion waves dealing damage into these things. So, anyways, members of our red team pushing up through the top lane, looking to end maybe game number 2 the same way game number 1 went. We'll have to see if that will be the case. Hey, Pork Chops, what's up? Greek mythology? Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, I saw the level 20 laser and I wanted to read it. Focusing Didos. Dios? Diodos? I see Dio and I just think of Dio and Rainbow in the Dark. Increase the range of Draken Laser Drill by 50%, dealing increased damage to the, dealing increased damage the longer it remains on a single target, up to 100% extra damage. Oh, right, I remember now. I remember this one now, yeah. Now it's, Diotis, thank you. I see that, and I see Dio. Light Bomb comes out from onto Flash, actually, which I can't believe he stayed alive right there. Leap of Faith is going to be great. There's going to be the Ring of Frost onto one. Cold Snap center doesn't catch anyone this time. As the team fight continues, there's going to be another Draken Laser Drill out, going to be burning onto the Dwarf. I'm waiting to see how much this is actually chunking, but here's the thing. They actually keep redirecting the target. Ulysses will be that new target. Dwarf now being chunked by the laser. Enemy team out of... Whoa, Jesus Christ, that range on the laser is ridiculous. Can I see Tychus's range onto that really? Does it show if I do this? Sorry, I know we're in the middle of the... Oh, it just went away. Dang it. I was like, we're in the middle of the fight, but I really want to see it. It was like the laser was here and it was hitting out into like halfway into the lane. That's just ridiculous, the range on it. It increases the range. Shoot, yeah, it does 50%. Dear Lord. Actually, I wonder, does... if we do this... Just gonna do this really quickly, everybody. Oh, no, it just shows you the cast range. Okay. It just shows you the range you can cast it in, not the range once it... I think once it is cast, maybe I could click on it or something like that. Regardless, the keep through top lane does go down. The members of House of Chez have a win condition. The enemy team, same thing through top lane. Bottom lane could be one as well. No Garden Terrors up and available. It could come down to a single team fight on either side. Who will take game number 2 in our first best of 3 of the afternoon? Morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. With 20 talents here, you can upgrade, you can hit core without taking damage. Dear Lord. Laser range at 20 is like 15? Jesus. What? Sergeant Hammer's like 13, isn't she? Something like that? I'd assume it's something like that. Alrighty. We are going to see, though, this camp through the top lane going to be grabbed by the side of House of Chez. We will see the bottom lane to have the Bruiser camp as well. Sakanobashi, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 9 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Or you send your alert when we get out of game. I'm testing something today with Stream Deck to see if I have a one push button that will fix all of those. Not fix, but like control the alerts a little bit better. Either way, let's actually go ahead and show everyone's favorite thing. It's time for APM and what could be our final battle. I honestly feel like this would be our final battle due to the fact, the nature of death timers, it being everyone here ready to go. Draken Laser Drill just come out, is going to be focusing onto the sappers. Flash getting very low. Ring of Frost comes out. Flash still living through so much of this as Hanzo goes down first. Garrosh with the Decimate, spinning and winning as best they can. Leap of Faith to pull Flash back out of here. Ulysses so very low. Draken Laser Drill finding the range onto this... not Tychus, onto the Varian, and somehow, some way, Flash has lived with a sliver of health 3 times in a row. This is a triple kill over to the side of our red team, who back off and go for the channel onto the objective, and realistically, I say you run to core and you try and end game. There are 3 dead on the opposing side. You have a Varian and a Brightwing to defend. You ain't got much on the opposing side here. Banner of Dalaran does come out. Toss goes out onto the Dwarf. Chastise to follow up, but the the Tychus, the dude, they're not here for the damage, and maybe now there is going to be enough damage. The CC isn't available anymore. Garrosh still spinning and winning with that Decimate, as the core is still fairly healthy with that shielding, but we can now see that there's some chunking coming into this core. Shielding will fall rapidly, and with the death timer still fairly high on these three members, it's looking like game. Number 2 goes over to the side of House of Chez. They will take our first best of 3 of the afternoon, the morning, in a 2-0 fashion. GG, well played. All right, Stream Elements pause button does not do anything, so let's resend alerts. Ryujin, thank you for the follow. Shakanobachi, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, my friend.
I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribe.
No best boy can.